Hey everybody, it is November 17th and I want to start off with just a quick early morning. It's 6 a.m. Shout out of information, specifically kind of talk about the markets really quickly. On Friday, the markets took a beating. Your corn, soybean, wheat, everything pretty much took a beating. And then it appears overnight some people have found some ways to be interested, speculators, I would assume, thinking that soybeans are going to go back up a bit. But I'm not so sure that's really connected to reality. We've seen the reports. We all know that China is actually in pretty good shape when it comes to their stockpile of soybeans. So they're not really in a crunch or the need to purchase a lot of soybeans. So the idea that we're going to get rid of 12 million metric tons by the end of the year just doesn't seem to fit with the economics that are actually before us. So I think soybean farmers need to start really hitting the soybean associations on how and what they're going to do to move soybeans in the future, because China just, that trade truce doesn't seem to be adding up to a whole heck of a lot. But again, markets up today. They're starting out up, so soybean oil, soybean meal, all that kind of thing is up. Coffee's up a lot, partially because Donald Trump has finally figured out that tariffs increase the prices on American consumers. So I would say that that is part of the reason why those are up. Uh, Removing tariffs on beef, again, beef trade is something that we do. It's not new, it's not good, it's not bad. It just depends upon how, uh, what is the word I'm looking for, dependent on the beef trade you get. I think we need to be a lot less dependent upon beef trade. I think we need to be a lot less dependent upon most of the international trade that we do. But that's just my opinion. Fractional CFO, been involved in many businesses. I do a lot of conversations and explaining of how markets and economics actually work. A lot of people just kind of want to gloss over and make it seem like everything's always rosy. That's not the way it works in reality. We all know that. But again, uh, markets are up today. You have CNBC and the AP and a few other people kind of came out this weekend with some statements from uh, COFCO, Sino, the Chinese groups. They're not buying. So I'm not sure who is still trying to believe that there's going to be some purchases, but their stockpiles in China are way exceeding their normal stockpiles. So they've got a lot of grain already in China that they could go a few months without any purchases, and Brazil's going to be uh, their market's going to be back before they would run out if they purchased nothing. So, uh, it is going to be a decent Monday here in the Midwest. I have a article or a video and an article on my Substack coming out a little bit later today, and a video coming out here on YouTube a little bit later about the WASDE report. There were some inaccuracies or some fabrications that have just been done because they didn't have probably the staff to actually do a correct one. And again, I know it, I hear it all the time, the WASDE report. So anything you get from any government or agency is got to be taken with a big grain of salt. I'm not going to argue that one with anybody. But as long as the same information is consistent, even if it's slightly off, then you can count on it being always slightly off, not completely fabricated. All right, well, you all have yourselves a wonderful day. Thanks.